against all these broads. So I'm not sure how this is gonna work out, but let's start. Hun, what is your name? What is your do? And are you OnlyFans?
My name is Christina Santa. I do a lot of different things. I've done construction, roofing.
What?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
what I was doing before OnlyFans.
Really? I've never known this.
I've also been a stripper.
I've known you for 8 years and I've never known this.
So wait a second. You were actually being a very productive member of society before you started doing OnlyFans.
You know what? I still give back to the community.
Correct.
So it's a different. Hopefully, you know what?
A different charity.
I know it sounds hypocritical to say, because I do OnlyFans as well, to say that I'm maybe doing positive things. I feel like that is hypocritical because I feel like there's somewhat
not many positives of guys looking at your stuff and jacking off.
But at the same time, there's still positives that come from it and still positive things about it. But I will say I can see that there could be a dark side if somebody like certain users. I feel like
Okay, so we have an OnlyFans girl here with a conscience. Let's move over here. Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Diamond Franco. I'm 22 and I do OnlyFans.
Oh, with that type of name, I had no doubt.
You know, I actually lifeguarded and managed like a sex store before this.
You managed a sex store.
That makes sense.
I loved it.
I see. So you're definitely a capitalist.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had this. Did you have any normal jobs before that?
I lifeguarded and taught little kids how to swim. So I was a swim instructor.
So all the little boys were really nice to you.
Goodness, yes.
Yeah, I bet they were. Okay, let's go down the line. Who are you, and are you OnlyFans as well?
Hi guys, I'm Chantal.
Oh, that voice for sure.
What?
she has a hot voice.
I was just using my proper voice, but okay. I'm Chantal Gracias, and yes, I do OnlyFans.
Okay. And did you have any normal jobs?
I did, yes. I was a server for Smith & Walensky's.
Okay.
Fine dining.
What is your name, and are you OnlyFans?
My name is Patricia. I do OnlyFans, but I'm also transitioning out into real estate. I just got my real estate license.
Okay. And lastly, who are you, and are you OnlyFans?
My name is Justine Jacobs with a K, and yes, I do OnlyFans. I also do real estate. Before this, I did healthcare. I've done sales, and then insurance. I've done a lot of different things.
Okay, let's get right down to it. Some of you guys said you did OnlyFans, but some of you guys said OnlyFans and something else. Are you ashamed that you have to take money from beta males? Is that why you guys do other things as well?
I have no shame for what I do at all. I have no shame.
Neither do I.
'Cause I have pride in it, actually. I do provide a service to the world. Do you know how much anger and male frustration would be out there if they didn't get to jack off? Come on, if they don't get to come, this would be a much more violent place.
I see.
You're
So
welcome.
we have well, I got a wife and kids, so I'm not in that category. But when it comes down to it, you basically have men who are paying you money just like a junkie goes to a drug dealer.
Oh.
Do you have any conscience whatsoever
Do sugar companies have
hold
conscience?
on. We're not talking about this. This
Yeah.
is whataboutism. Do you have any conscience of all the men whose lives you might be ruining?
No. I do a great job. I provide a service, and they are actually better off. They're better off.
Okay, you're
I'm
laughing
sorry.
over here.
I'm sorry.
Let me hear. You're laughing.
Lives are ruining.
I am bettering their lives.
Right.
How are you bettering? No,
Exactly.
tell me how you're bettering their lives.
Making
Tell
it
me.
more exciting, making it more fun. This is
Well,
voyeuristic
first of all,
exhibitionism.
my love, I feel like people have a choice in what they want to spend their money on,
Uh-huh.
and if they want to spend their money on me, then spend your fucking
So-
money
so-
on me.
so you're a
And I
capitalist.
am making your life better with my presence, correct?
How are you making men's lives better? I need to understand this because I'm not getting how a man who could.
Well, you know what? There's
hold
some
on,
men.
hold
There's
on.
some
I'm
men.
not getting how a man who could be looking for a wife and kids and then fucking buys your OnlyFans or your OnlyFans,
Why isn't he
jacks
out?
off, and then he's not actually looking for that wife and kids.
Why isn't he
Why can't
out?
you do
Why
both?
isn't he out looking for the wife and kids then?
Sometimes-
Why are you
No,
online?
wait, ladies.
Sometimes he is
One at a
married
time.
and he has a kid and they want to live out that fantasy that their wife doesn't provide. So
Right.
they go on OnlyFans to have that
Or-
little excitement, to have that virtual feeling.
Or why you're saying that that the man can be looking for, his wife. Why isn't he fucking doing that instead of on my OnlyFans?
You're acting like they're having mutually
Like,
exclusive.
are we like forcing
he
them?
could be doing
Am I holding
both.
a gun to your head?
Well, if you put some meat by a bear, you expect him to fucking eat it.
But also,
Well, then have more discipline as a man.
Men are
I
dogs, they're gonna eat
I see. So
Also,
are
don't-
you? Are you? I'll get you. I promise. When it comes down to you, you're dressed pretty provocatively. Fuck that word up. But when it comes down to it, some men would look at you and be like, "Damn, I want to buy your OnlyFans," because they're weak to the flesh. You don't feel any fucking remorse for that whatsoever.
No,
zero.
Okay.
none.
Zero. No.
We can only take
Oh,
we can only take accountability for ourselves and what we do, and we
Yeah,
can't
that's not
really
my problem.
control anyone
Exactly.
else's
That's not my problem.
like decision making at the end of the day.
I don't run a
We're only
charity.
accountable for ourselves.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is what it
Let me
is.
go to her, and then I'm gonna
So-
say some things.
I would say I feel different case to case because I feel like for the most part the guys on there, they're having a good time, they can support it, but I do feel bad about the guys that maybe are struggling in their life because they're not able to afford this and whatever else they have going on. I do feel bad about certain situations.
They're still
and,
purchasing them.
and it is still there.
No,
That's
they're
their
they're
own-
porn
it is-
addicts.
No, I
They're
agree.
literal
I
porn
do
addicts.
feel
I
I
do
don't
agree.
know.
No.
So accept that you are and get help.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
figure it
I
out.
agree with you because like there are some of my
Yeah.
like clients where
You know what I mean?
I do feel bad because like I know like they're sending me what they can and not what they like have.
So this is what it feels like to me. It feels like all you guys are OnlyFans, but you two have a conscience, and you three over here are like, Matt, fuck that.
no.
I'm getting
The
my back.
fuck?
Is that what I'm hearing?
It's not. I mean, I care. but I
come
don't, I don't
on
wanna,
now.
I don't want to like harm people, but at the same time, at the end of the day, when you say ruining people's lives,
Let's be realistic.
I mean, they have
Come
a
on.
choice.
But at the same time,
They
I
have a
get exactly
choice.
what they're saying too
Let's be
because everybody has
realistic.
free will to do
have
it.
a
Let's
choice.
be
So-
realistic, man.
Come
on.
I just
And I think
look
of
at
all
it, I have a slightly
vices-
different
Why are we
perspective
victimizing
that I
them?
feel
But,
a little bit bad.
Because they're
but
weak men.
Why are we
I
victimizing
also felt bad
them,
for the
though?
guy I had arrested in my
You
house
are
2
still a
days ago.
man
That
to
was-
make a choice.
I felt bad because I saw this guy come out of my house and he literally was living in it for the last few
Oh,
days
yeah, I
while I was out of
remember
town.
this.
And you know what?
You were actually
I
on
felt
the news.
bad for this guy. Today I was on the news and I actually kind of felt bad for the guy. I was like,
But
"Damn."
that's a different scenario.
right.
That is a completely
No, it is,
different
it is
scenario.
an absolutely different, complete scenario. But I'm just saying in general, like, there's certain things where I can just feel bad, where maybe I shouldn't feel bad, or most people wouldn't.
It's
and I just,
empathy.
my
It's
perspective,
empathy.
I don't know.
I'm not saying
You're
that
an
I don't
empath,
have
that's why you're an
empathy.
empath.
Of
I'm
all-
an empath. That's why we like to put ourselves in other people's shoes, and we have that.
Of all vices, honestly, compared to alcohol, compared to other things, I mean, I really think watching my porn and getting off from an airport squirt fest or some videos
It's-
that I
yeah.
do some voyeuristic
Not
fun
that big of a
that
deal.
are fun for me and it's fun for them to
Okay.
experience. I don't
Okay.
really think that's that
Let-
But
bad.
that's what I'm saying. Like most of the time, it's that. I'm just saying
Most
in
of the
some
time.
instances,
Yeah.
I would feel a little bit bad if it was a certain situation.
Let me
try
put
not
a-
to think
let
about
me
it.
let me put a scenario out there.
But,
Okay.
So you feel me then? A
I
little
do.
Bit.
Yeah, I feel you.
Let me put a scenario out there.
Yes.
There are boys right now who are being raised by single mothers,
Yes.
and no woman can teach a boy how to become a man. So a lot of those boys who are being raised by single mothers grow into your fan base, your fan base, your fan base, because they never had any masculine energy in their life, and they don't know how to actually talk to women. So what we have here is a whole bunch of weak-minded beta men, and you are like foxes in the fucking hen house. They're weak, and you are taking advantage of them. Tell me I'm wrong.
At the end of the
You're
day,
not wrong if they're weak-minded. Taking advantage of them at the end of
I
the
just-
day. Men
I-
take advantage of women every single
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
I don't
They
really
don't
feel
care.
that bad about
And
it. Yeah,
if they
historically,
come to
don't
our
care.
platform,
I don't
they
feel
know what
like-
they're there for.
I don't feel like
You're
I'm really
victimizing
taking
them.
advantage of-
You're victimizing
No,
people's
no,
choices.
you're victimizing
you're
them.
framing
No, I'm
it
not.
like that.
No, I'm not.
That's
I'm
framing
providing
it in
a
really negative
service.
light.
You're
That doesn't-
providing a service which is cancerous to a lot of men.
A lot of stuff is cancerous.
So
too.
am I
Agreed.
killing this?
Agreed.
Am I killing this
Some guys are
individual?
literally on there just to talk.
I would hope
There's
not.
Like
lines,
literally,
though.
I'm taking a picture and like selling it.
Right.
I don't
At the same time,
understand.
you're not
It's not the
Okay,
same thing
so-
as
so
alcoholism.
are you-
I'm not selling
But you're
drugs.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Someone say what you're selling is worse. But let me ask you this: are you just selling pictures, or are you actually doing porn?
I sell my own videos. Yes.
So
correct.
you do porn.
Correct,
Do you
yes.
think porn is beneficial to society?
That's
Nope.
I don't think that porn is beneficial to society, no.
So you admit that you're doing something that's cancerous to society, correct?
No, I'm not going to admit to
Porn
that.
has been
That-
around
we,
for
we,
so long.
but we live in America, and you can plead the Fifth Amendment. So,
I'm going to plead the
no,
Fifth.
No, actually, not.
I'm going to fill the Fifth.
Hold on, let me go to her. You actually, do you do porn, yes or no?
Yes.
Do you agree that it's a negative for society?
Yes.
Okay, so,
In general, yes.
okay, so are you actually putting some of the cancer in society by doing what you're doing?
It's already here, so, I'm leaning in. Because I'm good at it.
So everyone does it, fuck it, I'm doing it too.
I'm really good at it. So,
No, I don't think it's necessarily
mean,
that.
I think everything in
everyone's-
moderation's fine. Like
Right.
we all have weed pens here. Technically, if we smoke weed pens all the fucking day, it's not good for us. But a little bit of porn does release the happy hormones in our brains. and
dopamine.
I watch porn
we
to
do
get
need
off.
a healthy amount of
Endorphins.
dopamine in our just like going to the movies or skydiving. There's a little bit of dopamine with that, but if you go overboard, that becomes an addiction. And yes, that is not good for
So
society.
you agree, do you do porn, yes or no?
I used to, yeah.
Okay,
I stopped.
when you stop because you recognize you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, or for another reason?
I stopped for personal reasons. I just didn't align with like what it is anymore. It's not authentic to me.
Yo, grew up.
I started doing it with my husband. Like I had someone I was
Okay.
like together with, and I felt comfortable doing it because it's something we're doing together.
Yep.
I got divorced. It didn't work out, and I just don't align with.
Do you think one of the reasons you got divorced is because you were doing porn? Be honest.
No, we got divorced because he's a drug addict.
That would be a problem too.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. If I would call all three of you whores for doing porn, would you actually agree with that, or would that actually offend you?
I don't get offended because I don't get offended by something that I don't believe about myself.
So you don't believe you're a whore even
No,
though
I
you're
do
doing
not.
porn?
No, I do not.
How many
believe I'm a
people
whore.
have ran in you?
Are you asking me a body count? Is that what you're
Exactly.
asking? I have a body count of 9 men.
damn it.
Well, if this was 1980, that would be considered whore. In today's day and age, that's probably considered normal.
It's subjective.
I'm
And-
27 years old.
Well,
Subjective.
there's women who have 30 at 27, so you're doing way better than them.
I've been only in relationships really, and then like
How many people have you done porn with? How many
One
men?
person.
One person?
Yes,
Okay, I
one
think
man.
that's a little different.
not-
Do you think that's different
my
when
ex of 5 years.
when a woman does porn with one person, or of a lot, or do you think
There,
it's
of
just
course,
fucked
there's a
up?
difference. Of course.
I mean,
I
I
was a
think
whore.
I think it's probably
I
at
was
least,
definitely a
like
whore.
I think
I'm a whore.
it's at least like
Same,
authentic
girl.
if they're with one person where
I don't know, Mike.
it's like a real relationship and
I did game.
I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not going to judge somebody for. I can't judge somebody for that.
Well, hold on.
I don't think that's really.
Do we not judge pedophiles? Do we not judge murderers?
Oh, there's a difference. Consent and the age of consent.
you're going to
Consent and the
extremes
age
now,
of
though.
consent.
That's
Do not-
extreme.
no, there's boundaries in porn.
Come on,
There's
yeah.
IDs,
Come on.
there's verifications, there's
Th-
tests.
this is why we
consent
talk.
and the age of consent are the two
Yep.
main things that are different between what we do and pedophilia. Don't
Yeah.
compare the two.
Okay,
no,
so
that's
you see
extreme.
absolutely nothing that you're doing could lead to pedophilia.
Oh no, because those
We're all grown
men,
adult
when you go
women,
down
so-
that road mentally,
yeah.
you make a choice to say it's okay to go there. As a man, when you make that
Absolutely.
decision to go down there, that is your choice. The moment you make the decision that's not okay, your brain goes a different way and it becomes disgust. And I
Okay.
know this.
Go ahead. You have anything to add? You've been quiet for a while.
Not really. I mean, I kind of forgot my last.
Okay. Do you do porn?
I don't.
Okay, so you would be you just do pictures or what?
I do solo, a lot of pictures. I pretty much stick to OnlyFans is what I've been doing for the last 2 years. So a lot of like video calls or private lives.
Okay, let me ask you as a woman, because women like to slut shame more than men. Do you consider them three whores?
Not at all. I don't like the word whore because I feel like if you're open sexually and you're a sexually active person, this lifetime is way too short to spend it with one person and to experience only one person when there's so many souls and people that you could vibe with and connect with and have.
You don't believe in monogamy?
I don't believe in monogamy.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If you don't believe in monogamy, how are you supposed to have a strong nuclear family
Yeah.
that basically flourishes
I
society?
agree with that.
I have a strong family. I have my brothers and sisters that are foundation.
No, family
to me.
of
No,
your
I'm
own.
talking about
But
mom and dad.
I'm talking about like my mom and dad, or
Yes.
like
Did you have a mom and dad?
Yeah, my dad passed away when I was 12, though.
That's unfortunate. Sorry to hear
No,
that.
it's okay.
But when it comes down to it, the strongest way to raise kids, and this has been proven over and over, is with a male
No, I
and a
totally-
female.
I totally
So
agree.
if you're talking about free sex where people get ran
Like,
through,
for people who don't want that lifestyle. I'm not a kid, family-oriented person. Like, that's not
okay,
me.
but you do understand that is what is needed for society to flourish.
But that doesn't
Well,
necessarily
society's
mean.
only here for a blink of an eye, and in all
Right.
existence, we're on a floating rock in space, so nothing really matters.
We
Why is
are.
No,
monogamy-
nothing really matters. We jump out the goddamn
We
window
are.
right
Why
now.
is
It'd be a nice ride because this is
Right,
really
but
high up.
That's
mean-
my thought process. I'm gonna make
but
as much
that's
money
like-
and have the lifestyle that I want and
You can be
experience
poly.
it for
I
the
feel like
way
that's
I'm
like
here.
It could be
saying that like everybody
polyamorous.
needs to be the same. Like why do people need to believe in the same things
Exactly.
or want to be
Well,
the same?
because 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2. You can't have people out here saying
Yeah,
1
but you
+
can't
1 =
direct
3,
other
1
people's
+ 1
lives.
= 4.
Life isn't
You
linear
can't
like
have that.
that.
You can't direct
Life
other people's
isn't
lives.
linear
It's not
like
your
that.
choice, you know? Like it's
Well,
like
other people's choices affect other people in society. We live in a society.
but you are your own person. Like
But
how
wait a
can you
second,
let
your-
society
but your-
affect
but
you that
your
much?
choice-
There's too many
can affect
variables.
me.
But there's too many variables to consider.
not your problem.
No, it is my problem because if you decide to do drugs all weekend and you're fucked up and you're driving a car, you could kill me.
Why
So
are you
it
in the
is.
car with me?
I'm not in the car. You could be in a car by yourself and you can fucking kill somebody. They have rules for a reason.
I mean, I understand that, but now you're talking about
monogamy is
drugs
not a
and you
rule.
versus
I'm
porn.
giving you an
Monogamy,
example.
it's a brand
We're
new
way
rule.
past porn right now. What we're talking
What
about is
rule?
the family unit
But
right
what
now.
rule? Who
Okay,
said
family,
that?
Nothing's
Who
wrong with
said?
family, but I just
Who
want
defined that?
we came
Defined
into
by
this
who?
lifestyle, born into it with the head mindset of
Right.
You
Yeah.
have to be married,
But
you
this
have
is
to have
culture.
kids, you have to go to
That's a
school, you
cultural-
have to exactly it's culture.
cultural
And it's
you
a
go outside of
choice.
America, they don't.
There's
build
so
it
many
like
cultures
that.
in this
like,
world.
You know, Amsterdam and like Europe, they don't do that. Like yes, they have families and stuff, but they don't like it's in America.
From the beginning of
No,
time,
no,
monogamy
I
has
say
not been the
something.
only way
Okay, wait,
to
go
have a
ahead.
family.
I think that in life, it's our responsibility to figure out a way to keep our energy at the highest frequency it can possibly be at. And I think if you're engaging in a different lifestyle than what that is, as long as your energy is high and
Correct.
and
And
you're,
there's
Correct.
been
and you're not doing it in
So-
a
You're not
negative
doing
way,
harm.
then I think it's almost like we have a collective consciousness, and it's your responsibility as a human to keep your frequency high, and
Like-
just whatever you. Some people probably won't work for. I feel like there's probably some people where certain lifestyle is good, but there could be toxic
example-
relationships in any kind of
Yes.
dynamic.
I want
Go
to
ahead.
I want to
love
give
that.
an example like I'm like dressed like this and whatnot, whatever. I'm dolled up. Like I don't go out anymore. I don't drink anymore. I cut all of a certain lifestyle out of my life, but that doesn't define like me still being able to do OnlyFans. My life outside of OnlyFans is completely different. You wouldn't even recognize
Do you
me
have
like in
kids?
the street. I do, yes.
What happens if your kids see pictures of you?
I love
on
that
OnlyFans?
question. I love that question.
Let's hear it.
I think that what matters to my children is the type of mother that I am to them.
That matters, but perception is also reality. So let me tell you what happened in some cases.
No,
There's
yeah,
some
go ahead.
cases in society, and you can look this up, where the kids
Mm-hmm.
basically started making fun of the child because his mom was an OnlyFans girl,
Okay.
and he committed suicide. So you cannot say stuff like that because you don't know
Okay.
how it's going to affect people. Maybe they say,
Okay.
you know what, mom, get that bag. It's very possible. Maybe they say, you know what, mom, that's offensive, and I don't want to associate with you anymore. They might go either route, so you can't say that. You don't know the way men feel
but that's
if
not the
their
question
mother
that you
is
asked.
naked. If my mother was naked,
That's not the
I'm not
question
sure
that
I
you
could
asked.
associate with her.
That's not-
So give
that's
me
not
a,
the question that you
okay, so
asked.
what is that question? Let me
Like
go ahead.
go
What-
ahead.
I want to say something.
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
You were
Please.
raised by a mother who had her values. So of
Correct.
course you're not going to be okay with that. But if a son is raised with a mother who has a different sort of values, they're going to teach him to be okay with it.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. This is the single mothers raising the beta males that I was talking about in the very beginning.
My
So
children
we-
are
Don't-
males.
Weak men.
We always need both sides of the spectrum in society. We can't all have masculine men. We need the beta men, and they have their
that's-
role in
that's
society.
what
what do you need beta men for? To pay OnlyFans girls? What do you what purpose do
Some of them aren't.
You just
beta
like,
men, though. Some of
but
them
you're
are very
asking,
successful men.
like you're
Yeah.
asking for a
Like,
scenario that is
They're
not
softer.
possible.
We need some.
you want softer men? Who's gonna protect
Like-
you?
You're being very
Like-
specific.
like
I'm
you're
not
gonna
gonna
protect
protect
you.
There's
myself.
still gonna be men.
No, you can't.
There's
I
still
No,
gonna
you
be
can't.
Stop,
Can we?
though.
What about like if there's a single mother that has a brother or like other male role models in a
Okay.
child's life. It doesn't have to just be a mother
Okay.
and father, correct?
Right.
What were we talking about? 15% of the time, 10% of the time. A majority of these kids are being raised and then they end up in prison. Let me ask you, ladies, just point blank: is rape a bad thing, and should we do everything possible to stop it as society? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
We all agree.
Correct.
Okay, here's a fact. 85% of the rapists in jail today, the men who are raping women, were raised by single mothers. So if we have to stop that cycle, that's how you stop rape.
Community. But it comes to community because community can offer men and those masculine role models without necessarily having the mother need to go out and lower her
I
standards.
think that by
or do
community
things-
as well,
Right?
you mean
Like
like
having-
educating
but you know,
yourself.
but
It's
having
also
a
making
community
an
of
excuse up for
people,
men because
like-
there's girls being raised by women and men
And-
by
and-
themselves.
It's just
right?
there's so many
And,
different
like,
scenarios.
Right, and it's like they aren't raping
Like-
or like they take that situation, and if they're strong enough, they'll take it and learn from it and build themselves even stronger.
So-
as
so-
well.
Like I
Having
agree
other
with
masculine
you.
role
I agree
models
with you.
in-
Okay, so you agree with me that
I agree with
rape is a problem. You guys all agree with me, and I said that 85% of the rapists are beta males
Was it
raised
80?
by single mothers. 85. So let me
Wow.
ask you this: what is the solution to stop these beta males from raping women?
Having strong
Therapy.
male role models
Therapy.
in the community that help engage with people
Yes.
that are
Not
single
fathers. Not fathers.
Because you can't always have that scenario. Life isn't perfect. Sometimes there's single
Yes.
mothers out there that want to be married, and it's not because men are on OnlyFans. It's because there's other reasons. There's other variables
There's
involved.
so many
a-
different
A
scenarios,
lot of men
man.
will not date any of you because you're on OnlyFans. A
That
lot
is
of men,
great.
a lot of men won't even deal with you if you're porn stars.
Okay.
So that's
Everyone
a
has
fact.
their.
That's
I already
okay
know
with
that
them.
though. I knew that.
I don't want to
going
be
into
with
this.
a man who
okay.
wants to have only me. I want to be with a man who's okay with sharing them.
Ah, okay,
also,
okay.
There's also backgrounds to stories that you don't know what we've also been through. To,
Not everyone's
you
been
know.
through
Right.
tough stuff in life,
Well, like,
man.
the reason
Everyone.
so like
Yeah, but
monogamy, I don't believe in it.
what
'cause, like,
she
I
means
had
is that there's
experience
different
of the love of my
scenarios
life.
to
I
life.
lived that innocent, virgin, like moral,
When?
life code, like 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
I was in a 5-year relationship. I met a guy, moved down here, was gonna marry him, have kids with him.
Did he cheat on you?
He cheated on me, yeah.
Okay,
and then
so because that man cheated on you, I'm assuming you loved him,
I did.
and you decided, fuck all these guys, I'm getting my bag. Correct?
Well, I pretty much fuck him because he was more like he sent my nudes out to like my family and all our
Revenge
friends.
porn.
So I kind of wanted to get my empowerment back
Yes.
and say like you don't get to do that. That's like.
And how
so
do you
I
feel
did
now?
it, and I.
How do you
where
feel
am
now?
I understand the psychological. Let me ask you this, and I want to go all across the board. Did any of you have strong fathers in your life? Let's start with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do porn on OnlyFans?
I don't do like full out porn necessarily, but I definitely it's softcore for sure.
Okay. Does your father approve of what you do?
No,
Okay. Has that strained the relationship with him?
a little bit.
Okay, let's go to you. Do you have a strong father in your life?
I don't. No.
You don't. Where is your father? Did he leave your mother? When's the last time you met him?
When I was 12, he passed away.
Okay,
Yeah.
again, sorry, I forgot.
No,
I completely forgot
you're
about that.
totally
So
good.
let me ask you this. If you had that strong father in your life, do you think you'd be on OnlyFans right now? Be honest.
Honestly, my life has been such an upside that I didn't really have any figures growing up, so I had to raise myself. So I've been on survival mode since
I get it, but if you did have
If
that
I
masculine
did
energy,
have that,
would you be on OnlyFans?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, because who wants that
No.
for their daughter?
No, you did not have a strong father.
No, or
Okay.
a mom.
So you had no mom.
No.
Who raised you?
My great grandparents.
What happened to your mom and dad? If you mind sharing?
My mom left me when I was 5 months in Costa Rica, and I met her again when I was 12. Then I went into the foster care system because she was very abusive. Mm-hmm. And then, I emancipated myself at 16.
Same.
And what about your father?
My father, my mom never wanted to introduce him to me because she revenged the fact that he cheated on her.
Okay, so because the father cheated on the mother, do you think a child should be
Absolutely
punished
no.
by not? Would
And
you
I-
do something like that to your child?
No, and I
Okay.
don't.
Having said that, and it looks like you've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Having said that, do you think you would actually be a porn
No,
star
no.
if you had a father in your life?
If I even had a mother, I wouldn't be here now.
Yeah.
I come from a very good family, very strong parental figures in my life. And they did find out about my OnlyFans. They were, someone actually sent them one of my gangbang videos. So it did put a strain on the relationship for about 8 months, but they realized that I was in an abusive relationship and that I was kind of manipulated. And
Okay.
way.
Let me ask you a question now. She didn't have a family
Yeah.
around her. She definitely didn't have a family around her. You had a strong mom and dad. Were you broke?
no,
Okay, so you had a strong mom and dad. You had no money issues. You can make the argument, did what they had to do. Why were you a whore when you had a strong family values? Because I see a big difference here.
Yeah.
I see people who are put in the spot, and I think they made the wrong choice, but I understand why they could make that choice. That's completely different. Why did you make that choice?
I mean, listen, everyone goes through different things. I had things that were happened to me as a child, and the way my thought process was, I was always very drawn towards sex. And unfortunately, I made the wrong decisions, and I thought that was the way to show love to someone. And
How old were you when you started doing that?
doing what? Like OnlyFans or
Porn.
I started in like 21.
How old were you?
I was 21.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant 2021.
No, I was 21 years old.
Did a man convince you to do it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Did a man convince you to do porn?
No.
Did a man convince you to do OnlyFans? No. Now let's get to you. You seem like you're the oldest one here and the most experienced, and most likely the most ran through. And you seem like you're actually proud of that fact too. I see it like a grin, but it's like, okay, so what? I did that. So let me ask you this: did you have a strong mother and father in your life?
Yes, and they're still in my life today. My father knows what I do. I was a virgin until I was 23, by the way. And I started doing...
I would love to put you on a lie detector test.
No, 23. The
Okay.
movie 40-Year-Old Virgin came out, and I just not want to be a virgin. It was a whole thing. So,
Okay.
But I made up for lost time. But but my parents know what I do.
She was like, let me get on
I
that.
was in a 7-year relationship. I started doing porn, basically online sex work, with this one person that I was.
So
with.
a guy convinced you to do
No,
this?
I actually had to convince him. Like,
Why did you decide that you want to do porn? Was your
Because-
girlfriend doing porn?
no, I was a stripper when I was, going through college, and I tried other jobs. I was in healthcare. I did insurance. I did sales, and I was never really fit in the whole 9-to-5 healthcare.
When you were a stripper, were you basically pulling tricks too?
No.
You're just dancing?
And I worked at a place that was a topless only, and I worked 2 thongs. And 2
Were you
pairs
doing
of
drugs or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I was doing
Okay.
I had to be stoned off my mind just to even go in there. And then towards the end of it, I was really I was older and I was going through college.
Now, because you
Tired, man.
basically have learned how to manipulate men in a strip club, because that's what happens in a strip club. You have to basically try to sell yourself so you can get a dance and maybe go to the champagne room. So because you're really good at manipulating men, do you think that's why you have no empathy for them?
No.
Because some of these women over here basically like, okay, I might be doing something wrong. You're like, fuck that. I'm taking these beta males' money.
I never really thought
We'll get
about
to
it
you
like
in a second.
I'm doing something. I actually didn't really do champagne rooms. Was never really comfortable with getting a lot of money from one guy. I did one dance for everybody, and I was more comfortable with that. So I don't really know if I'm good at manipulating men. I'm good at sales, and I'm good at being happy and providing a fun experience.
Being good at sales is being good at manipulation.
Well,
Correct.
probably, yeah. But I only use my powers for good.
So you say. So you say, porn star. Anyways, let me go around the table. You had something to say. Go ahead.
No, that just reminded me of my own because when I also danced after I transitioned from being
used to dance together.
I've known her for like 8 years.
Yeah.
We danced together, and at the beginning I was really young, and I only did dances because I was really scared of the champagne rooms. And then until I started to realize that, like it's all about sales, and I'm like, in your mouth goes a long way, so
Is that
not
where you,
like that,
Is
not
that,
like
is
that,
that where you?
not like that.
Is that where
Please
you?
don't take it like that.
Is that where you learned to manipulate men? Is that where you learned?
Rewind.
Is that where you learned to manipulate men? Being a stripper.
Yes.
Okay. Now, there's men listening right now. They go to strip clubs. You're not a stripper anymore, so you can reveal some information. what would be some of the tactics you'd use to get money at these simps?
I am very. I love that word.
You gotta call a spade a spade. A whore is a whore, and a simp is a simp.
Well,
Let me tell you something about
for
me. I'm married for 20 years. Okay, I don't. This is all garbage to me. Okay, now I understand that a man wants his woman to be feminine. Some of you guys are, pretty masculine out here. And what I mean by that is you're about your bag. See, if you were in a relationship and the man was taking care of you, you could watch the kids. You could fucking
that'd
do
be
the
great.
laundry.
That'd be amazing.
Exactly.
That'd be amazing.
Is that what you guys would want?
Sometimes you
Yes,
don't get a choice.
I know how you.
But
Sometimes
the
you
thing
have
is-
to
but
be in
can
your
I-
masculine
can I say
energy.
something?
Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have no choice.
But I have an opinion on that
depend
too.
on anybody in
I
this
have an
world.
opinion on that too. I would like that as a scenario, but I also don't just want to be a housewife. Like, I want to have something else for myself. I definitely won't be doing OnlyFans because that's not whatever. But I would dedicate my time to something else.
If you found a man,
Yeah, I would
and
dedicate my time to something
and he makes
else.
enough money, and he said, "Yo, we need to stop this OnlyFans nonsense right away."
100%.
Are you doing it?
100%.
In a heartbeat?
Please, anyone.
Not you though. Not you though. Not you though.
I'm taking applications.
You can come with me and we
What's
can
that?
we can make fuck you money together with our money combined.
No,
but
I
you
wouldn't.
are not
No,
taking anything from me.
Sometimes morals
You know
mean
what?
more
I
than
think
money.
You are not
She
taking
enjoys
anything
it.
from me.
I think
I
for
love what I
you.
do,
I
so
think
she-
for
No,
you.
wait. You love being a whore.
I think for
love
you
being
enjoy it,
a
and
porn
you
star.
see it in your face.
I share experience. This is intimacy. I share a
She's a
moment
free
in time.
spirit.
I
She's
share
a
a
free
moment in time
spirit.
with
She's
these
a free
people.
spirit.
I don't assign meaning. I don't assign words like whore. I like being called a whore in bed for sure. But I don't assign that meaning to me.
Is it possible that a demon just said that inside you?
I always say that. Every time
I
a guy
love
says
it.
something nasty, a guy's like, "Oh my God, you need a Bible." Like
holy water.
Anyways, ladies, let's get a little bit more into money. Do you make good money at this?
Yes.
Would you like to reveal what you actually make a month?
Oh no, because it varies. I mean, I've been doing this since 2016. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My highest month was 100,000. My lowest like been 20 something like that.
Okay, so regardless, you're getting somewhere between 30 to 50K a month,
But
right?
I have multiple businesses. I own real estate. So I do a lot more things.
So
than just OnlyFans.
with the money that you got from these OnlyFans simps, what have you done with that money?
I bought houses.
You bought houses
I bought
with
houses. I bought real estate, commercial real estate. I bought stocks. I bought, purchased money towards my investment. This is my retirement. So, I have to be cognizant of that. We don't get pension. We don't get 401ks. We have to be smart with our money. I have one designer purse, but everything I've purchased has been towards growing my business.
I got more than that.
I mean, growing my business. Well, I'm not there yet. I'm not where I want to be financially. So I want to buy. I'm selling a house. I'm buying
You seem
another.
like if you've been doing it since 2016 and I'm doing the math right, 20, 30 racks a month.
Well, no, not in the beginning. No. I'm since OnlyFans since 2021.
It takes time to build.
Have you made $1 million off it yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But
Have
no,
you-
at the beginning it was maybe.
So you are a millionaire.
Yeah, an equity and for sure.
Okay.
And I have.
Have you
things.
taken care of your family?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you believe because you're basically taken care of, which it sounds like you're taken care of, and it sounds like you're being smart with your money and you're not just blowing it on stuff, do you believe there's going to be no karmic repercussions for what you
Ooh,
did?
I believe in karma, and I believe I'm experienced. I live my karma. I deal with my karma all the time. I try to put more good out there in the world than bad, and I do what I can, right? And I try to be the best version of myself as possible. And
do you have any kids?
no,
Okay. Did you have any abortions?
nope,
Okay.
it hasn't happened.
did you ever want kids?
I never didn't want kids.
It just didn't happen.
But if you're a
Just hasn't
porn
happened.
star and what are you on, like the pill or something? Like
Nope.
what's going on here?
I mean, women only ovulate like 3 days out of the month.
I don't know. They're
Uh-huh.
fertile. So.
You can track that.
Some women
And
are
I
very
I
fertile,
have-
some
I have,
not.
Yeah, some are, some aren't.
I had surgery, like ovarian surgery and cysts and stuff. So
Now
yeah.
it makes sense. Okay, so here I'm gonna make this statement right now. My problem with whores and women who go out there and make money the way you do is they usually have fucking kids who end up being those beta male rapists. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
They usually end up being those mothers, single mothers who are raising kids in poverty. you're not raising kids in poverty. But number one, you don't have any kids. So most of the negatives I have with women doing that don't really have anything to do with you.
Well, and I spend time with my family's kids. You know, I spend time with other males. You know, my brother, for example, I just helped him out the past couple of months. You know, he's fine. He's like 21 days sober. You know, he just got a job 2 days ago. So, and I housed him and I fed him and clothed him. He like was crying because I bought him clothes. Like, he was.
How society has fallen. That men are depending on fucking women.
Sisters.
Who are sisters even worse.
Sisters are the best.
To support
Sisters
men.
are amazing.
To support men because they can't fucking do it.
But
they need money from women who are selling their bodies to do it. That's how far
no,
men
you
are
just-
fucking
you know what
falling.
happened?
You just answered the question that you asked earlier.
Men use
Because-
women to make the money that we make
Wait.
because they know they can't
Okay.
make it themselves.
You just
Okay.
answered.
No, in
You just
today's
answered
society,
You know
yourself.
what?
Before.
You know why I had to
we'll
help
get there,
him?
we'll get there.
Because he's an
Before.
ex-con.
I need
Because
to know back.
the way the society
let's write this.
the way the
I didn't know
society treats ex-felons, he does not have chances to get housing that's safe. He does not have chances to get
So
jobs.
is this a man's world or a woman's world?
This is a man's world.
So wait a second. The man's the
Absolutely.
convict and you're the
disagree.
millionaire.
It's my little brother, bro. He's
But
fucking-
the society now is geared to help the women, not the men.
Oh, I have not have been helped.
I think
I have
the women-
taken.
Do
I have,
you
I
think
have
a guy
taken
could
charge.
open an OnlyFans, show his dick, and make your type of money?
Yes,
Some can,
Yes.
yeah.
but
100%.
there's a big group of
1-2% of
OnlyFans
society? You're not 1-2% of society.
Right, but
If a
women-
guy, maybe 1-2%.
Women have also been around like this type of
I'm trying to
sexual
remember
like
something.
brothels, like
In
type
the
of like
world.
military. They've always had this type of like women on their side to like entertain stuff like that. So this has been going on for way like.
What do you have to say? I wanna hear what
Let me
she
go
has
to
to
her
say.
right here. How much money have you made at OnlyFans, if you're comfortable saying that?
I mean, I made over $1 million, but my ex-husband stole it all, so I didn't really leave with anything.
Was he your pimp too, besides being your husband?
I mean, I don't like to use that term because, like, the
Then
way...
be real, yes or
Yeah,
no?
like, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So how long were you doing it to actually make, $1 million? And basically, how much were you making a month? Did you hit 100,000 like her for a month?
Almost, but I started very early, so that's why when you look at my statement, I've made $1 million. I started before COVID, and then it blew up during COVID, and then that's when he literally stole all my money.
Okay.
But once I left, I still continued to do a couple like videos here and there because I had to support myself. I left with literally no money, so I did do actual porn videos, and I was able to save and buy my own house this year. So.
Do you have kids?
No.
Okay. Did you have abortions?
One, but that was before I was even doing any sex work. That was when I was 15.
I see. Do you think abortion is murder?
I don't think so because I don't feel like. I mean, abortion under 3 months I think is okay. Over 3 months is a hell no. That's just
2.
Okay. Let me ask you if this makes sense to you. I look at pregnancy as a bus, and I look at the woman as the bus driver. Right? She's the one driving like this, and the baby is in the back seat. The baby can't move the bus. He can't say which direction the bus is moving, but that bus is as much his as it is the bus driver.
Let's talk about single moms and beta males.
So hold on.
Yeah, talk about
So
abortion
having
is murder.
said that, well, women can just keep their legs closed and solve both issues. So
Men can just not come and be a fucking idiot.
You can also do
you can say
the
that
kettle.
you can say throughout
your-
society,
gotta keep that
men
pig in
have
those
always
pants.
been pigs. It's only when the fucking women
So
joined
we-
the fucking pig pen, all this shit started getting fucked up.
Right, I agree.
Women
But
wanna
it's
play
both
the
of
same
us.
game.
It's the two
It
sexes
started
though.
somewhere and it did not start with us.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Chicken and the egg scenario.
We were used, but then we took powerment back and said,
And now the best
Ladies,
part.
one at a time.
Now the best part is that the men are having to decide for us whether we can abort or not.
Oh my
That's
God.
the best part
Fucking
of it all.
Texas, y'all.
Okay,
in
now
Texas?
Yes.
And in a lot
you
of
have
states.
to drive to fucking New Mexico.
Colorado.
it's a very conservative
Yeah.
state,
Yeah.
Texas.
Oh, it's
Let's
fucking
go to
bullshit.
you. Have you made $1 million on OnlyFans?
No.
Okay, how long have you been doing it?
I started around the same time that she started. However, I took some time. I took a couple of years off because of my mental state, and I wanted to focus on my children. So
you do have kids?
I do.
Okay, we discussed that before.
Yes.
That's that fucking weed, man.
I'm like this. I'm like a little bit like
It
this.
is what it is. Now,
Cheers.
since you have kids, we already talked about if you're worried about your kids seeing, what mommy's doing now. Let me ask you this: when it comes down to you having kids, do you have a strong father figure in their life for them?
They both do. Yes, correct.
Who is it? A man? Your boyfriend?
Their dads.
Your dad?
Their
How is your dad?
Their dads.
Okay,
The girls' fathers.
Okay, it's not a baby daddy; it's their actual dad. You're married to this man?
No, I'm not married to these
Okay.
men. But
you
both
spe-
of my daughters have their father.
Okay.
Correct.
Does he live in the same house as you?
No.
Okay. So how does this work? That he's a strong person there in their lives when he's not even living in the same house.
Because we split time.
I see. Do you think a father who you only see 2 times a week is something that's positive?
I mean, it's the best that can be given with the circumstances.
Okay.
I'm not
There's
gonna stay with
fathers
her.
that
Can I wait? I'm gonna finish.
Let it go.
It's what's given with the circumstances. Like I decided to have the child because you're saying that. Let me ask you this: do you think abortion is murder?
In a sense, yes.
Okay, so I decided to have my child, correct, and take responsibility
Okay.
for my child,
Yes.
and that is the best scenario that I can
The
give
best,
her.
the best scenario.
How about
Hold on.
postnatal? I mean,
Let me go back and forth with her. We'll go to you.
Give me a
Let me
second.
go back and forth. There was another option. You could have kept your legs closed, and it would stopped the whole situation from happening.
Or he could have just not been a fucking idiot and came inside me.
Well, he could have pulled out, correct?
Oh, correct.
He could have.
'Cause there's 2 scenarios.
Okay, he could have pulled out. Is this a man you loved?
I love him now.
You love him now, but you did not love him when.
No.
Okay.
I care for him now, yes, because he.
If we go back about 10 minutes and rewind this, you said that you didn't have a strong father or mother.
Okay.
Why didn't you do everything that is possible for you to have a strong father in his life who's around him 24/7, not 2 days a week?
Because my first child, I was extremely young and dumb, and I didn't even think about it. I just wanted to be a mother. That's my only excuse, and I just wanted to have my children. It's that simple.
Do you have?
It's my choice.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
Are they with the same man or different
No,
men?
they're different. They're 6 years apart.
Okay. Would that make you a whore?
No.
No. So you have 2 kids by 2 different men, and you don't think that makes you a whore at all?
No.
Okay,
How does that even add
Okay,
up?
let me ask you some
How does
questions.
that even add up
Let me ask you
to
some
the
questions.
definition?
Let me ask you some questions. Is the second child as healthy as the first child? And be honest.
Yes.
Okay.
Both of my children, thank God, thank the Lord that
there
they're
are
healthy.
statistics that show that when a woman has a child with one man and then she has a child with another man, the
Jesus.
second child is not as healthy as the first one, because that would basically show biology a man is meant to dominate one woman. You don't believe in that at all? No. This is exactly what I expect. This is exactly what I expect. This subject is so foreign to them. It is so foreign. This is the reaction you get. This is beautiful.
What the fuck is that? I'll say it again.
I don't even
Say it
know
one more
what to
time.
say.
Say it again.
They're laughing. They're laughing because, are you guys moms? No, none of you guys are moms.
No, I'm
I'm a father. I'm a
You're
father.
a father, but no, I'm asking because it's the difference between a father and a mom.
I'm used to
Now, I'm
nothing.
asking that you guys are moms because, like, for me, it's just like I'm speechless because it just sounds so fucking retarded.
No. What you have to understand is, do you believe in spirituality?
Correct, 100%.
Do you believe in energy?
100%.
Okay. So when a man and a woman create a child together, they create a frequency.
Correct.
Okay? So when you have a child with another man, that original frequency is contaminated. That is the problem. So again, you're rolling your eyes, but everything else I said you agreed with. So again, people don't understand how this works. A woman should not have kids with multiple men. One, that's it.
No, but you know what? Men can have 7 wives and 10 children.
I did not say that. I did not say that. You assumed I say that. I'm not Andrew Tate.
join the picture.
Hold on.
I can't abort either.
I'm not Andrew Tate. I never said a man could go around impregnate a fucking million women. I never said that.
But then I can't abort either. I can't abort either because then you're gonna talk shit.
No. What happens is that's why you're supposed to control and keep the legs closed, and that's just
Oh, come
an
on.
ounce of prevention
Come on now.
is worth a pound of cure.
Come on now. Let's be realistic.
Let's go to you.
Come on now.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I need more of this because
Women who have two. She has 2 men with 2 different
I'm a
kids.
whore.
Okay. Do you consider her a whore?
Do I consider her whore?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. What would you consider a whore?
I don't think, like I said, I don't think like there's a thing for a whore. Like,
If a woman has 6 kids by 5 different men, do you think that's a good?
I mean, I would never. Like,
This
I
is an
don't know.
extreme, bro.
I would never do that, but I don't like judge
I have
other
no
people for
people.
it.
Would you
All
That
consider?
is so
or-
extreme.
I'm putting. I want to see where the line is with you guys. What do you actually think would be a whore? So that's why I'm asking.
You know what I would consider a whore?
Yeah, let me tell you.
A
What is a whore?
whore is somebody that's on fucking 79th Street on the fucking streets selling their pussy every single night.
Okay.
Literally,
By
they're
definition.
selling their
Okay, by
pussy
definition.
every single night.
Pussy too.
Now,
Are you selling? Are you selling your pussy on
this
OnlyFans?
is physically having sex with a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
That's a fucking whore.
Well,
You know what else is a whore?
But weren't you a porn star?
But I had sex with one person. I saw
Okay.
content with
Okay.
one
I think it's
person.
more whores to go to the bars and go home
Okay,
and
I
random ass
consider
dudes.
Now,
a girl
can I
a
say
whore
something
that doesn't
else?
Have like, because like girls, like we're OnlyFans girls, we sell our bodies, but we also have respect for ourselves.
Okay.
We're not just gonna pull out our titties right here.
A lot of
Can I
women would
have-
say. A lot of women would
Right.
say you don't have respect for
Yeah,
yourself because
whatever.
you do
Well,
this.
fuck those women. Fuck those
Exactly.
women.
Those women that
Fuck
are
those
sitting at home
women.
hating their lives, probably.
Can I
you
say
know?
something
Maybe they have
else?
kids and they're enjoying their lives.
Can I say
Go ahead.
something else?
Go ahead.
You know what else I consider a whore? Not a whore can be a 9 to 5 bitch that is doing her own thing. Oh my god, I'm going to nursing school and this and that. Fucking 3 men in the same week. That's a whore. For free.
So the difference is they get it for free.
If you
But that's
give it
even
out
worse.
at different girls,
That's
yeah.
even worse than the 79th Street
I
whore.
don't disagree with you.
Like if there's a girl that walks in a
For
If you-
free.
if-
and there's
But what do
5
you mean
guys,
she's a nurse?
Look, he doesn't
What do you mean
disagree.
she's a nurse? She's going to nursing school.
If there's like
Uh-huh.
7 men, if there's 7
Yeah,
She's
whatever.
helping
Go suck a
society,
dick.
If
bro.
there's 7 men in a household and there's one girl that
Go
runs
suck a
through
dick.
all in one night, I consider her like very easy and like.
So she's a whore. Okay.
But those are for girls that don't really
have
like,
any trains been ran on any of you?
No.
Yeah, okay, wow,
Well,
you
for-
popped that. She popped that shit up.
I can talk about it. I can
it's
talk
business.
about it.
That's business. And she
But
did
I
it
could
for
also
work.
say there's like I hate saying the word whore because it's used to make someone feel like shit and it's like
I prefer slut.
dehumanizing.
I
Like,
don't know about
people
that.
are like sometimes mentally
Some are.
unstable. Like people have like mental health issues and they cope in different ways. Like, can we look at some people who maybe like are not healed and or have like
Yeah,
issues?
that's 100%
I've been
sure.
ran through and I had mental health problems and I
So-
don't consider myself
So
a
let me
whore.
ask you something. When you look
Yeah.
at the word
Yeah.
mental, it has
Yeah.
the word men into it. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Here's another
if you no. This is called letterology. This is numerology and astrology.
Okay.
So what I'm basically trying to tell you is within the words, like for instance, you can't say the word Bible without the word lie because the word lie
or
is
bi.
within the Bible.
Or bi.
Okay. You can't spell out the word Bible without the word lie. Just like you can't spell out the word men in mentally ill. So if you sleep with too many men, you become mentally ill. Does that make sense?
I was mentally ill before I started sleeping with all these men.
Yeah.
Yeah, or-
Yeah.
I had mental health
my
problems.
life, 100%.
Why is it
I think,
men?
I
Why
think
is it not human?
everybody's
It's
mental
a human.
health.
I'm telling you how the word is
Can
spelled.
I say something that you know what actually changed me?
Talk to me.
The fucking 5-year relationship with this fucking piece of shit narcissist.
It's always
That changed me
Yeah.
to the point that I am the happiest and the most mentally stable that I am today.
Why? Because you got a bag?
No,
because you
I don't
can't
even
depend
have a bag right now.
on
I
anybody.
stopped OnlyFans. I couldn't do OnlyFans because I I couldn't even, my depression and my anxiety was so bad, I couldn't even fucking function. Like I had no motivation for anything. I didn't want to be seen by anybody. Like I was having difficulty with my kids. Like, no.
Okay.
So it has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
But I think that for sure, it depends like what your definition of horror is.
Okay. You said you had a body count of 9. What is your body count?
I don't know.
Over 100?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. Over 100. You?
I have no idea.
Over 100?
I hope not. I don't want to think about it.
I hope not.
I hope not, but I just don't think about
50?
it.
Over 50?
I don't think about it. I honestly don't want to think about it.
Okay, so it's somewhere in that range. You, what is your body count?
Mine's 25.
25. Okay. What is your body count?
He's so cute.
7?
Okay.
Damn.
I want to.
I mean, I've been in
I want to
relationships.
point
Right.
out
I
one thing.
wasn't.
I want to point out one thing. The person with the lowest body count is the most calm.
I'm very
7.
calm though. And
Wait,
I'm
no,
in the
just
middle.
9,
Mine's
7.
I feel like I'm just like,
be
I'm
high
just
too,
loud.
like-
I'm
You know
just
what
loud
I'm
and
talking about.
passionate.
You know
Or maybe
what I'm
she's just
talking
really
about.
high.
Also, half
Let's hope that we
At what
sound
age
good.
though? At 23,
like, oh,
I was at 0. So type shit. You
Okay.
Know?
well, until
Okay.
age 21, I was only with one
Right,
man.
so-
That was the man that I
So
was.
so wait a second. How old are you
so
now?
Age,
I'm 22.
age has
So wait a second. In
Well, I'm almost 23.
in 2 years, you had the other 24 running you.
Yeah. Well, it was literally okay. So we broke up in
Woo.
2021,
girl.
and then
Who
2020.
hurt you? He hurt you bad.
Man,
Keep
a
hurting
man,
us.
men, told.
I was blonde. I was.
It's vice versa though, because
there's
there's women that are pieces of shit.
I got burned.
There's
by a
women
woman.
that are
same.
pieces
Now
of shit.
let me ask you this:
Mental health
would you
issues.
want your sons, assuming you have sons, would you want
I
him?
don't.
Okay, if you did have sons, would you want him paying OnlyFans girls like yourself?
men go to strip clubs.
Exactly. You see.
I
you
don't
see
know.
it. No. This is not a don't know. This is I do know. This is what you
Do
call
I
a
have a
checkmate.
control over
I mean,
that?
if they
Because he's a
budget for it,
grown
do you want
adult.
me to
Like I'm
budget?
like,
Like, you
what do you want me to
don't
do? Put a gun to us and be like, you know what? You can't go on
you-
OnlyFans.
My kids don't watch TV. They basically have a projector, and we watch them watch old Disney movies or documentaries. And the reason we do that is because the TV's bad for the eyes. But if you do a projector, that's cool.
That's
And
cool.
The second reason we do
that.
that is because
That's
we
actually
want to make sure
motivation.
there's no homosexual
Do you
content.
homeschool your kids?
We did for about 3
But
years, but now that
now
I'm
they're-
getting
Did you like
So
it?
because of
well,
As a
that-
parent?
Well, that was more on the woman than the man.
A lot of
I was
parents
making
do
money, so
homeschool
you
their
know,
kids nowadays.
I made sure that I picked the
No.
right woman who could homeschool.
But I'm saying, like, as a parent, like, in your opinion, for homeschooling, because I was actually considering that, it's better.
If you can afford it, and very, very interestingly, if you can have 2 people do it, one parent is not enough.
Yeah,
you need 2.
It's a lot of work.
Also, like, I mean, I wasn't planning on doing it.
Okay.
I was planning on hiring.
I got you. You can do that.
Because I need to kind of work, you know?
They go to the best public school.
And I love my children, but I
for
love my time
security
away from my
I'm not
children.
going to say what school, but they. So here's another thing. My kid was breastfed. Were your kids breastfed?
Both of them, yes.
Okay.
That's why my titties are like this.
So again, congratulations that you actually did that, because one of the reasons we have so many dumb men and women in society,
And-
because these motherfuckers are
Yeah.
dumb as fuck.
No, they are.
And the reason is because women don't breastfeed their kids anymore.
You mean-
When women breastfeed their kids, the IQ goes up 8 to 10 points.
You don't always
Yeah.
have control over that. My
No.
sister's kids couldn't latch.
Like,
you know, and
for
they
me,
had, like, when
I
you have
I
issues
understand,
like that.
but
You
if
can
you
pump.
can, you should.
For
yeah,
me,
I mean,
no,
you know,
pumping is
but you know,
not
she tried.
pumping is not really like that
You need
because
that- you
people
need that connection. It's
no
the baby pump.
it's that's not even why pumping is not like that. Pumping is not like that because when you pump, it's not the child that is latching on to your nipple, which is creating. Basically, telling your body to make more milk. It's not the same thing as a machine. That's why pumping doesn't work. So that's a miscommunication from
Okay.
women that don't
Okay.
have children.
Sometimes you physically
Now,
can't.
like,
and you can't shame those mothers.
No,
No, it's not about shaming.
Because
However-
some women won't do it because they're worried about ruining their figure.
Whatever.
That's why she said
Whatever.
exactly.
At that point-
that is a woman who loves her mother, loves her kids because she
Whatever.
actually doesn't care about her breast because she is actually willing to give that gift to her kids. Some women care so much about their looks
Vanity.
that they won't do it. Some women have their 6-pack. Oh, I'm not going to have a kid. I don't want to ruin my body. And let's not kid ourselves. Pregnancy
Will ruin
ruin
your body.
the
Yeah.
woman's body.
Yeah.
There's no
Pregnancies
doubt.
ruin you, period.
Not always though.
not always, but in a lot of cases. In a lot of cases. In a
You
lot of
can
cases.
prepare your body for it. If you exercise properly, you can prepare yourself for it.
There's an
You can
example.
never prepare yourself to be a parent. Like
Yeah.
you can't
Body
prepare
wise.
It
yourself
depends
to
on
give
how
life
your
like that
partner,
because
how
you're
big they are,
thinking
and,
you're
you know.
superwoman and you're like, oh my god, yes, I can do this, and bitch, like all of a sudden I'm going in for a fucking emergency C-section because my child is in distress and I can't fucking push her out.
I actually told my wife to get 2 C-sections.
I love the fact that I got the C-sections.
Because I wanted my kids born on certain dates.
Oh,
and
I like that. I love
that brings us to the next segment
Oh,
of
yeah,
today's
that
podcast.
was my second child because I got my first one was an emergency.
But not more fighting.
No, not
My,
at all.
my first one was
I
an
know.
emergency.
My cortisol levels are rising.
My second one, I picked her birthday.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is her I've known for a while. Okay, she's a 33 life path. Is it you guys all know her? Is it safe to say that she's kind of the motherly figure to all of you guys to a point, the big sister,
I just met
the
her
one
today.
who, besides you, the one who gets things done, the one who knows everybody? Is that her?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. Would you
I
say
would say
that
so.
she's influential?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
definitely.
That's what 33 life paths do. They
Oh.
influence people.
I think her
She-
energy, her
Yeah.
energy.
Immediately.
She's a
Like when I
33.
met you.
Okay? So I'm a 33 life path too. That's what the GG. That's why it's tattooed on me here. I'm a 33 life path. I've literally made numerology and astrology mainstream by myself, and I got over 1 billion views coming down here in Miami. I just moved down here in Miami.
Where are you from?
Cleveland, Ohio. Mistake by the lake, they call it. And I was,